saw some huge employment shifts with the Great Resignation in 2022. Christine is here with White Label Advisors to talk more about the current job market and what's expected for 2023. Welcome, Christine. Good to see you.
Thank you so much. It's so great to be back and really excited to talk about this topic.
This is an important one. Okay, so we're talking about a graceful exit. I like how that is worded. After maybe you are let go from a job, laid off, an involuntary exit, how to handle that.
Yes, it's difficult for everyone involved, not only the employee, who has to take that news back home to their family, but also the leaders that are choosing, who's staying, who's going. And it's difficult on the peers, the people that are staying. There's an impact to morale.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right. It affects a whole family. It affects so many people when you are let go from something that you thought was a career. Right. So we're seeing a lot of this in the tech world right now. And the tech world's been booming here in Utah, but also a lot of layoffs there. That's an interesting parallel.
It is. And we saw some precursors to this during the Great Resignation. That was a catalyst to organizations reacting negatively to intense inflationary wage pressures. And when I was on the segment last time, we spoke to organizations really incorporating moderation into their total reward strategy, especially around base salaries. And unfortunately, there was some pressure to significantly increase wages, which is one of the catalysts to, our current circumstances with now conducting a higher amount of layoffs.
You have been at this for 23 years. You've seen so many trends cycle through. What do you think is the future of where we're at right now?
Such a great question. We're hearing recession everywhere, and I had the opportunity to speak to a group of internal auditors last year, and we talked about the cyclical recessionary patterns that happen after these, intense inflationary wage pressures. So I think what's really important for Utah to know is we're an entrepreneurial state and we're resilient. And if organizations have learned anything through the Great Resignation and, some of the fabricated financial security that was caused by the post-pandemic relief, now what we can do is say, hey, next time we're going to not react intensely to these inflationary wage pressures. We're going to design a total reward strategy where we're aligning base salaries to the strength of our benefits plan and really understanding what our short-term and long-term incentives can be so we can be better hedged against, some of these financial downturns.
That sounds like getting ahead and maybe being proactive for something that happens down the road. So what should employees and employers do right now if they're finding themselves affected by this?
Yeah, such a great question. I think for employees, none of us expect to walk into a room where the conversation is, I'm so sorry, today's your last day. I think in that situation, do your best to maintain composure and grace. Again, it's not easy for the people in that room on the other side. What you can do is thank them for the opportunity. If you truly are interested in working for them again, let them know. But then you can also ask for resources, ask for a letter of recommendation, ask for support with a headhunter or a recruiting firm, and how to update your LinkedIn profile. And those are things that companies can do for individuals that they're unfortunately having to let go, but can maintain a really positive relationship. So potentially they can be a rehire, or at least they know that they're helping that person get back on their feet.
Christine, these are game-changing, these tips and the information that you have. If somebody wants to work with you, the coaching that is available through White Label Advisors, where can they get a hold of you?
Thank you so much for asking. Solutions at whitelabeladvisors.com is the best way to reach out. And we do have a multipliers coaching cohort coming up in February. We're really excited about it because it's a leadership laboratory. And for organizations that are trying to get ahead of, the layoffs and the pivots that are happening internally and ensuring morale stays up, this cohort is a great way to approach it. And we would love for people to contact us at whitelabeladvisors.com as well.
Absolutely. I think listening to your knowledge, there's a hopeful feeling, right?
There is.
There's answers, there's hope, there's coaching. Thank you so much, Christine.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, up next, giving the